Good morning, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. I got a quick video for you guys. I want to share this link with you. It's talking about the central bank digital currencies. Really, the article is more about the digital payment systems and how this digital payment system gives these companies like a huge power through surveillance. Um, the idea of like a social credit score. This is where a lot of people are like really thinking that the digital currencies and the central bank digital currencies, this is really where the behavior of the people starts getting graded, and then they can use their power through the digital currencies or through the digital banking systems in order to force behavior within the people. Um, that's kind of deep, but to try and kind of understand it, think about what's going on over in China right now. Most of the payments that are taking place in China are done through digital form, like hardly any cash is used. And because all the transactions are done through digital form, they know where the money is coming from and where it is going. And so if they can build algorithms that say judge the way that you spend your money or earn your money or what you do with your money, then they can kind of build what is perceived your personality, your character. They can then determine or at least predict what it is that you are going to do into the future. Well, if they can gear or say pressure or manipulate how money is spent or earned through this digital form, then they can control society. They can, or at least give it an attempt to control society, as people would generally try to behave in a way that would be most easy for them to flow through, right? So if you have difficulty using your payment systems on account of some other behavior that you're doing, like say you drive your car too fast or something like that, now getting insurance is very difficult because of that driving too fast. And it's not even like you're getting tickets, right? But they can tell that you're driving too fast because your car is then hooked up to a digital network that pays insurance on the fly. I mean, this is the kind of thing. And so, like, when you get in your car, because you're driving it, you pay a higher insurance because your behavior within your car is not conforming to what they feel is best suited for society. Does that kind of make sense? I mean, this is the kind of the envisioning that I see coming into the future, is that everything is so like programmed in and networked and like linked up that no matter what you do, it will be recorded and tracked and traced. The moment that you wake up to the time that you eat food, get in your car, go to work, what you listen to on your phone, your TV, whatever it is, everything that you have ever done in your entire life will be tracked and traced and recorded. And there is really no privacy within it. The only thing you can do is put all your devices away and go walk out into nature yourself. And even by that, most likely there's going to be drones overhead that are going to know that you drove your car to a particular parking lot, and from that point on, you have left your car. And they know that you are within walking distance of that area. That's how surveilling this is going to come down to. And then, if you can imagine the things that you buy a lot of alcohol, tobacco. Well, next thing you know, your health insurance is a lot higher. And you can't help it. You can't even stop it from happening because of the behavior that you have already done. Everything you have ever done will be tracked, traced, and recorded. This is the type of environment that we are definitely moving towards. I mean, don't think that it's not happening. I mean, it's happening. You can see it. They're admitting it just right here within these articles. And so if you can imagine that, getting 5 times worse or 10 times worse, then that's what's coming. There's no stopping it. It's definitely on its way. And for those of you who are concerned about, being tracked and traced and surveilled, you're better like clean up your behavior. All I can say is that if you are going to be up to nefarious deeds, if you like to drive too fast, if you like to drink too much, if you like to behave in these what is considered outside of like social acceptance, your life is about ready to get very difficult. the more we progress into this, the more likelihood of all these things that I'm talking about taking place. And, you know, you can see it. They're admitting it right now within these articles. The Fed now is coming in 2023. Come, give it another year or two, and we will be using digital payment systems. We'll have apps on our phones. We will get paid through digital accounts, and we will never see cash. I mean, we will still have cash in the system, and there's going to be cash in the system for quite some time. The only thing is that give it a little bit of time, and this cash is going to start slowly coming out of the system because they're going to start charging you a fee. They're going to charge you a fee to pull cash out of the bank or put cash into the bank, and it's going to become a nuisance, and nobody's going to want to use it. And then they're going to give all these incentives for using the digital currency. They're going to use it during like natural disasters, and if you have the app on your phone, you're going to automatically get loaded up with money. Or during the next recession, same thing. Helicopter money will just get dropped right into your accounts, and people are going to love it. They're going to be all about it. They're going to be like, yeah, well, how do I get my app? How do I get my digital currency so they can go out there and start spending that money? People are going to totally walk right into this thing, and they are not going to resist. There's going to be a few of us. A few of us are going to be diehard holdouts who are going to say, no, I'm not going to use anything but cash for all my purchases after this. But for the most part, it's going to be futile. It's going to end up going this way no matter what you do or try to stop it. It's another reason why you want to get into gold, silver, and Bitcoin, right? Or some of the other altcoins if you believe in those things. This is the way that you can step out of these systems, these third-party systems. And I know a lot of people argue with the Bitcoin and the whole internet and electricity and all that other stuff. That's fine. Buy gold and silver. It's the exact same thing, only opposite. One's in a digital form, one's in a physical form. These are the two things that you need in order to avoid that third-party risk. And anything outside of that is a third-party risk. Even owning land is a third-party risk because now you are asking for the protection of the government to make sure that you own this property. You can stand there with a gun all you want, but 400 people with guns is much more. There's nothing you can do about it. So you have to have the trust within your own society and government to believe that this land is mine and that I get to own it. Right? After that, guns, food, silver, cryptos. This is the things that you need. Physical forms of protection and physical formed assets. Because this thing is definitely coming. It's going to be here, and if you choose to ignore it, you are going to get hurt by this. You are not going to be in a good position to protect yourself from what is to come. Think about the scenarios that I just brought up. Imagine some of your own, because this is the way it's going down. It's going to happen. I got to go to work. Uneducated economist, you guys let me know.